Hi, Salakia. The phone was messing up. I was talking about something with the storage. So I just went ahead, moved some things around, configured it. Back at it, man. That was about to piss me off. I was about to say, man, what now, man? That's typical. Okay. It's always a hang up, but you gotta continue to move forward, man. Let me just read that again. What I read, and that's fine because this can just be a part 2, part 3. I usually can't load these up because this is on the Mobi's end. Because the camera file, man, I don't know, it's been jacking up. I can't even get the StreamYard to work. So instead of messing with that, man, okay, do what you can do, man. As long as you're doing the work and putting it out there, man, that's what matters. Plus, it's easier to put that up. If you put it on the Mobi's end, you can put that on different channels. You can put that on your main channel, backup channels, whatever the case is. When you do the camera file, you really can't put that onto every channel, man. And Lord's will, I can learn how to go and put that on different channels, like how to re-upload videos and certain things like that, man. But anyways, it reads, is the book of Baruch, chapter 5 and verse 6. For they departed from thee on foot, or were led away of their enemies. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai bringeth them unto thee, exalted with glory, as children of the kingdom. Yes, we left as slaves. We came here as slaves. We came here off the boat, barefooted, covered in shit, piss, roaches, alright? Semen, okay? That's disgusting, man. Because you best believe on that boat, okay? And I hate to get vulgar here, but that's gonna happen, man, okay? You had that happening on the boats. Jake was laying with other Jake on them boats, man. Jake was shitting. Jake was taking a piss on themselves. And them slave boats, man, it was some dirty shit taking place up in there, man. Okay, you had not the slave masters. Well, really, technically, they are slave masters coming down to the boat, popping the slaves, man. Okay, you had slaves throwing themselves overboard, What would make a grown man, right, throw himself into the ocean? Throw himself into the Atlantic Ocean, okay, to be specific. That's a very dangerous ocean, man. Okay. And it's said that those sharks, they still follow the route of the boats, the route of the slave ships, because that's how many people were thrown off, man. When a dead Israelite passed away, they would just throw his body overboard, man. No funeral, no nothing like that, man. They just gonna throw your ass straight over. They don't even know your name. They just throw you overboard. Okay, and most of Jake didn't know each other's names. Now, of course, they would say, okay, my name is this, my name is that. But you could be in the same row stacked up. You don't know who the guy all the way at the end, what his name is, man. All you hear is sighs and cries and groanings, man. All right, we gonna stack you damn devils up like that. We're gonna stack you up like sardines, man. Shipping you off to other places. And best believe we gonna tell them Hamites, take your time, man. Okay? If most of them perish, it is what it is. We gonna get more. Okay, so take your time going on the boats. You know what I mean? Hey, just get them here, and that'll be cool, man. Cause hey, man, in the kingdom of heaven, we gonna have all the time in the world. We gonna live forever, So it's really not nothing to worry about. Okay, so this is it's not like now you sitting in line at the Social Security office. It take 2 hours. You just pissed off. Nah, man. It's not gonna be nothing necessarily to wait for in the kingdom, man. You think of a wife, boom, you're gonna get a wife, man. That's why the Spirit is going to be so heavy on us to beat the shit out of you damn heathens. Hey, make what we want to come into fruition come into fruition. Because of course, we could just assemble stones together and create a house. But no, we want you damn heathens to do it. Okay? And it reads, hey man, and after E is done away with you other nations, man, you're going to want to serve up under us for the great things that we did, man. Alright, and as we're giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, okay, you're going to be glorifying us. Okay, and it says, for they departed from thee on foot, or led away of their enemies, but Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, bringeth them unto thee exalted with glory as the children of the kingdom. For Yahweh hath appointed that every high hill and banks of long continuance should be cast down. So every high hill, and the hill is going to governments, man. And those banks of long continuance, as you damn heathens, not only your long bloodlines. Okay, you got these, you got fucking 14 generations of blacksmiths and all this other shit. Jake don't even know the name of his granddaddy. Jake don't know the name of his daddy. And you can sit and open up your family history and all that. All those banks along continuance, along with your establishments, your colleges, your hospitals, all the things that you've established here, man. That's gonna all be dried up. It's all gonna run out. Okay? And it reads, banks of long continuance should be cast down and valleys filled up to make even the ground, that Israel may go safely in the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Moreover, even the woods and every sweet-smelling tree shall overshadow Israel by the commandment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. For Yahweh shall lead Israel with joy in the light of his glory, with the mercy and righteousness that cometh from him. So, hey, man, the Lord is going to use us, man, to get things in order. We're going to use you damn heathens to get in order. The Lord is going to use us to get you in order, man. All right? This is the book of Baruch, chapter 6, and verse 1. Because of the sins which ye have committed before Yahweh Shem, ye shall be led away captives into Babylon by Nebuchadnezzar, king of the Babylonians. So when ye become unto Babylon, ye shall remain there many years before a long season, namely 7 generations. So a complete amount of time, all the way up until the Lord comes back, man. We need to be about this situation, man. You don't understand that, all right? You 2/3. You don't understand. You're not gonna get that. Nigga, you in captivity. You don't understand that. Okay? And it reads, and after that, I will bring you away peaceably from this. Yeah, so for us, it's going to be peaceably. Lord's will. I'm of that number, and you sincere brothers, okay, and you few sisters, right, that subscribe to the teachings of Yahweh Shem Yahushua through the men, all right, starting off with the elder apostles of the great millstone. Hey, man, Lord's will. The Lord sends his angels to peaceably come and get us. But for everybody else, you're done. You're toast. Okay? It says, now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and of gold and of wood borne upon shoulders, which cause the nations to fear. Beware therefore that ye in no wise be like to strangers. Yeah, man, so you prop shit up. Right? 2/3 of Israel, you propping up the wickedness. You other nations, you're propping up the wickedness, man. Okay? And it says, neither be ye afraid of them when ye see the multitude before them and behind them, worshiping them. Yeah, man, so we're not afraid. Okay? We know the charge, hey, man, you other nations, you getting exalted. Chiefly Esau, Edom. We're not afraid of you. Fuck we gotta be scared of? You damn devils, you can't punch your way out of a wet paper bag. Okay? Alright, and it reads, but say ye in your hearts, O Lord, we must worship thee. Yeah, man, so everybody else can worship what they want to worship. Right? They worshiping golden calves. You know? They worshiping Mother Earth. Alright, we gonna worship Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We gonna see how it turns out for you people, man. It's not gonna turn out good for you people. We can see that. Right? Walking around, you depressed. How the hell are you depressed, man? You got all this money. Right, that's a little helicopter. You know where I live, man, there's so many helicopters and planes, man. You got 1, 2, 3, all right? You got all sorts of helicopters and planes, man. You know, and that's the thing. This is your society. You got planes and medicine coming and food and all sorts of shit. You know, this your time to rejoice, man. All right. And it reads, "Hey, Barak Thiyabah Shemel Shai," they're showing us that. Man. Okay, it says, "For mine angel is with you, and I myself caring for your souls. As for their tongue, it is polished by the workmen, and they themselves are gilded and laid over with silver. Yet are they but false and cannot speak. And taking gold, as it were for a virgin that loveth to go gay, they make crowns for the heads of their powers." Alright? Alright, and that, in the sense, man, you know, the word gay means to be happy. So they perverted every damn thing, man. They perverted everything. They took the rainbow, which was supposed to be a symbol of the promise of the Lord never flooding the earth again. All right, and they turned that into the symbol for the LGBTQ plus, man. Oh, and that plus, man, they're gonna add a plus, and that plus is a P. We all know what the P stands for, man. That's why they're trying to get sex dolls that are 2 feet high. You know what time it is, man, with these fucking sickos. But it's gonna go from 2 foot tall sex dolls, all right, to the actual thing, man. That's the legislation that they're trying to push here in America, man. That's why the Lord has to destroy this damn place, man. All right, we can't continue on to sit idly by, all right, and watch this place get destroyed, man. All right, we have to continue to call out to our power. All right, and then he's going to make a move on this place, man. We don't have to physically do nothing. We'll continue to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Continue to have faith. Continue to uplift the brothers through the brotherhood. Continue to study. Continue to go into your videos, read, pray. Edify, exhort, take heed. You know, that's what we need to do. Okay, we don't need to be worried about what these people got going on. Okay, and it reads, sometimes also the priests convey from their gods gold and silver and bestow it upon themselves. Yeah, man. We gotta reach this amount of donations. I seen a article talking about the Vatican is running out of money and they need donations. You out of your damn mind? You know they got money, man. They just want your money. They don't want to spend their actual money. They want to spend your money. They want you to come in and they want you to pay, all right, once a week, twice a week, all right, so they can spend your money. They don't want to spend their own money. That's like a bully. A bully don't want to spend his $20. He wants your $20, man. Okay? Anyways, and it says, yeah, they will give thereof to the common harlots and deck them as men with garments, being gods of silver and gods of gold and wood. Okay? Yet cannot these gods save themselves from rust and moths? Sloppy. Though they be covered with purple raiment. Yeah, so even though you are of a high esteem, you're seen as royalty, you're not going to be able to escape the judgment, man. Right? The rust, and the moths, man. Which that doesn't physically mean rust and moths. Man, that goes into a decay. That's why, like it says in the book of Isaiah, that it talks about the foundations, man. The foundation is decayed. This place is like a house with a bunch of water damage. All right, one wrong step, your ass is going straight to the floor, man. All right, and it reads, they wipe their faces because of the dust of the temple, when there is much upon them. Yeah, man. Dusty ass church. And dust goes into confusion. All right, they covered in dust. You know when the deacon holds the door open. Good morning, brother. Good morning, sister. As soon as you shake hands with the deacon, they just hit with dust. As soon as you walk into the church, dust, just dusty, man. All right. It's nothing but confusion up in there, and it says, Salakia. And he that cannot put to death one that offended him holdeth a scepter, as though he were a judge of the country. Yeah, man. If you had real power, you would have the ability to put people to death. That's the power, man. That's the power that the so-called white man has, man, in this society. He can put your ass to death, and nothing happens to him. Yeah, he may have to go to trial. He's gonna get acquitted. All right. Here it is. You had an officer kneel upon the neck of that wicked nigga George Floyd. All right, which good for him, man. When you look into him, man, he was not a good guy. All right, he's part of 2/3. Now in the kingdom, he all right, man. He good. But as far as what happened here upon the earth, the cop kneeled upon his neck for 11 minutes. Okay, he took a nap on his neck. You can't even hold your breath for 11 minutes, let alone have a knee on your damn neck, man. And most likely, he's gonna get acquitted. Now, even if he don't get acquitted and he goes to jail, what? They might overturn it. They might just do that just to appease to the people. That's about it. Or even opposite. They could acquit him and then, just benefit off the wreckage. Every time you people go into a Target, you go into a damn Piggly Wiggly, and you tear the shelves up. All right, there's insurance on all that food. There's insurance on all them goods. The whole store is insured. Right? You break a window, that window is insured, man. So these devils ain't losing no money. In fact, they making money off of you. Okay? Because they can say, look, there was 100 cans of beans on this shelf. And really, there was only like 20. But who's gonna know? That's the whole point, man. It's all about deception with these devils. Okay, and it reads, let me read that again. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 6 and verse 14. And he that cannot put to death one that offendeth him holdeth a scepter, as though he were a judge of the country, man, which really goes into the 12 tribes of Israel. Nigga, you have no power here. You can't put your enemy to death. You know what I mean? You can't do nothing, man. And you act like you running the show. Yeah. Meanwhile, the so-called white man killing you left and right. He putting his boot on your neck. He's killing you with the water, hydrofluorosilicic acid in the water. He putting poison in your candy. All right, he's poisoning the minds of your children. He's causing you to attack your fellow brother, man, your neighbor. All right, he has the power to do that. All right, through witchcrafts and by making you physically do it. All right, you men and women in the military. That's power, man. to be able to go and take your red ass to a whole nother country and tell them what to do. That takes power, man. In fact, before you even do anything, you got to get permission from E. All right, we're about to breach the building. All right, do we have permission? All right, they gonna ask their higher ups. They higher ups gonna ask their higher ups, and then you gonna get the go ahead. All right, you can do it. You know. Anyways, and it reads, he hath also in his right hand a dagger and an axe, but cannot deliver himself from war and thieves. Yeah, man. So you can't deliver yourself. Just like the wicked can't deliver themselves. Hey, man. You 2/3, you can't deliver yourselves, man. Hey, the 1/3 can't deliver ourselves. You know, Lord's will, I'm of that number. You know? We need a savior. We need a deliverer. That's why we need Yahushua Mashiach. He is salvation. He is the deliverer. Because you can't save yourself, man. You people think you can save yourselves. You know, car break down on the side of the road. You know, you might have to walk half a mile back home. You crying and shit. Oh no. Jake been walking. That's why it says you devils lose. I lost my house. I lost my car. I lost my woman. Hey, welcome to the club, man. You know? And I want to tell Jake that, man. Jake that's on the fence. You know, I don't want to lose anything. Go ahead and lose it, man. Who gives a fuck? All right, hey, man. Jake, just jump on in. The water's just fine, man. Come on. All right? It's like a cold pool on a scorching hot summer's day. At first you jump in, man, you are shocked. You can't even move that first couple seconds. You know, you give it a little bit, you start swimming, you know, your blood start flowing, then you're all right. It's actually pretty refreshing, man. All right? And it reads, whereby they are known not to be gods, therefore fear them not. Yeah, so you ain't no sort of authority, man. All right, you're starting off with your damn devil elites, okay, all the way down to your pork chop eating pastors. Because you think we supposed to sit and listen to what you got to say, man. You've done nothing but poison our people, day in and day out. Because a pastor, right? He stay up at the church, man. All right, this is the lesson I'm finna bring together on Sunday. You know, this is the lesson I'm gonna bring together on Wednesday. Spewing hate, okay? They talk about we speak hate. We speaking love. We speaking life. They're speaking hate. They're speaking death. All right, and it reads, for like as a vessel that a man useth is nothing wrong, slacking. Baruch 5:17. For like as a vessel that a man useth is nothing worth when it is broken. Even so, it is with their gods. When they be set up in the temple, their eyes be full of dust through the feet of them that come in. Woo! Dusty, all right? Nothing but confusion out here, man. All right? Hey, you gonna be confused when you swipe your credit card and it don't work. You gonna be confused when you try to use cash at a cash register. There ain't no cashier, man, because the store is ransacked. All right, everything's destroyed. You gonna be hurt then, man. Somebody gonna say, I'll give you $100,000 to spare my life. Hey, man, it says in the scriptures that they shall not regard gold nor silver. Speaking about these other nations, they don't want your dirty ass money. They don't want. What money are you gonna pay them off with, man? Even if they have gold. He's elite. They have gold, silver. All right, the other nations, they don't want that, man. They want your ass on fire. That's what they want. Okay? That is the one thing in common that we have with these nations that hate you. All right? That is the one thing that we have in common. We hate your red ass also. Just like you hate us. Okay? Right back at your red ass, man. Okay? And it says, verse 18, and as the doors are made sure on every side upon him that offendeth the king, has been committed to suffer death. Even so, the priests make fast their temples with doors, with locks and bars, lest their gods be spoiled with robbers. Yeah, man, so just like this, righteousness is being solidified, wickedness is being solidified. It's a constant work it's a constant work to prop up the image of the modern day church, man. That's a lot of rhetoric, and also that is a lot of propaganda. Right? Like propaganda, you gotta prop that up. Okay? You know, like you got propaganda, you got the word prop up, you got propel, moving forward. This is something that they had to push, man. Hey, the Crusaders, that was a big thing. They were putting people to death. Either kneel before white Jesus or get beheaded. It's like, man, no. You know? That's part of that image getting set up, man. Alright, because when you have a painting, okay, if the Wadi Abba Shimi Al-Shai, if it rested this upon my spirit, I wasn't even thinking about this. And that's the beauty of the spirit, man. It hits you and you visualize certain things. But when you have a painting, you don't just have a painting instantly. No, okay, you may paint this side, paint that side, paint the bottom part, okay? And eventually it creates an image. So part of that painting getting started, okay, was them putting people to death for not worshiping white Jesus. Now they put you to death spiritually. Alright? Now all sorts of shit is happening to you. Right? You getting ostracized from your family. Wow, what happened to him? He used to be such a good Christian boy when he was 5 or 6. Now he's saying that Jesus is the devil. Which he is the devil, man. He is the devil. That image who you see as Jesus Christ, that's the devil. That's Cesare Borgia, man. All right, once again, like our elder apostles are going into, and it's all about the basics. That's one of the first things that you learn in this truth, is that image of who the world calls Jesus Christ is a farce. That shit is a false image, man. All right, like it says in the book of Job, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. He has put the image of himself as God, as the Lord, man. And that's it, man. Like when you have a fake ID, man, you are trying to portray the image that you are the person on the card. So you damn devils, you trying to paint yourself as the children of Israel, and that's not the case. How are you these people that are on the side? That don't make no sense, man. All right. Hey, where's Zebulon? Where's Asher? Where's Manasseh? All right, you hear some of you damn devils, you talk about you're the tribe of Judah, you're the tribe of Levi, you're the tribe of Benjamin. Where's the other tribes at, man? Where's the tribe of Gad? All right? Where is the tribe of Reuben? So you damn devils, you getting found out and you getting exposed. And you're going to keep getting it. You're going to keep getting it up until our Lord comes back, man. And then you're going to really fucking get it. Okay? And it reads, they light them candles, yea, more than for themselves, whereof they cannot see one. They are as one of the beams of the temple, yet they say their hearts are gnawed upon by things creeping out of the earth. And when they eat them in their clothes, they feel it not. Yeah, man, you just destroyed. You are a fucking cancer. All right, you damn devils, and you 2/3 that continue to push this rhetoric. You are a cancer upon the earth, man, which has to be eradicated. Okay, and it reads, and that's like when a infection goes from being small to a large infection. All right, there are certain warning signs. When it's a small infection, you get certain pain in the area. But as that infection starts to grow and grow, man, you have to preemptively strike against that, man. So that first preemptive strike was our Lord coming on the scene. That was the first big blow to this infection, man. Okay, Right? That's really that infection getting looked at and getting assessed. Okay, this is bad, man. So that's why our Lord coming on the scene, that was a very horrible time that our Lord came up into. That was the height of the Roman Empire, man, when our Lord came on the scene. So that's like one of the worst times to be alive, man. Yeah, you had people getting tortured to death. It's not like now. Now it's soft, man. Now it's soft. Back then, people were getting tortured, killed, robbed, murdered, all sorts of things. So many different things could have happened to our Lord. Yet the Spirit, right, led him ultimately to die and to be a sacrificial lamb unto the 12 tribes of Israel, specifically the elect. All right, he was set up as that. He was set up as a sacrifice, not for the whole world. Okay, he was a sacrifice for the whole world. But where are the people proclaiming His majesty, man? Out here on the street corners. Where are you damn Amalekites? How come there ain't an Amalekite across the street preaching the words of the Lord, man? All right, and it reads, their faces are blacked through the smoke that cometh out of the temple. Yeah, man, so you just rounding up the trees and burning them, man. It's horrible. All right, and it says, upon their bodies and heads sit bats, swallows, and birds, and the cats also. By this ye may know that they are no gods, therefore fear them not. So you heap all these people unto you. All these other nations come inside my church and learn about the ways of God and Jesus Christ. You got a damn Moabite sitting there talking about the Lord, man. You heathen nations don't know about the Lord. You know about that false image that has been set up. You know about that damn devil, right? That old serpent. The physical counterpart to the spiritual demon Satan, the so-called white man, all right? And it says, and the self-proclaimed white man. Who came up with the term white? That was you devils. You the one who said it. All right? Which there's a psychological tie to color, man. And everybody knows that. All right? And it reads, notwithstanding the gold that is about them to make them beautiful, except they wipe off the rust, they will not shine, for neither when they were molten did they feel it. Yeah, man, so when your ass was coming up under adversity, you wasn't feeling that. Okay? What rusts something, man? Oxidization, man. All right, water. Okay? These are things that cause things to rust. So by you being around these other nations, you being in league with these other nations, your ass is rusted, man. You're getting rusty. See, that's why E's ass is rusted, man. You've been spending too much time around these other nations. Now, see, when the so-called white man was by himself during the times of segregation, that truly meant segregation. That means he didn't want to be around you so-called Japanese. He didn't want to be around the so-called Saudi Arabian, the so-called East Indian, right? Hey, he didn't want to be around the 12 tribes of Israel. He was a separatist. Here it is, these damn devils talking about, oh, well, you're being a separatist. You damn right. You separate, right? You have proclaimed yourself to be the king of the world. How come we can't proclaim ourselves separate, man? All right? But during the 40s, 50s, 60s, you proclaimed yourself as the king of the earth, right? You had whites-only water fountains, you know? And that truly meant for whites only. You didn't see a so-called Chinese man drinking from a whites-only fountain. You have to understand that. It's deeper than just hating so-called black people. This damn devil hates everybody, man. He hates himself, all right? Anyways, that's why his ass is going into slavery. If it was up to him, he'd just keep going and keep ruining this whole earth, man. Hey, and the Lord ain't having that. The Lord is going to get rid of you damn devils, and he's getting rid of you other nations, man. Point blank. All right, and he's getting rid of 2/3 of Israel. He is going to destroy them. Then he's going to bring back the 2/3 of Israel in the kingdom of heaven. You know, for other nations, right? You're going to come back as servants in the kingdom of heaven. Some of you, right? And a good bulk of you are gonna come back as actual slaves, you know. Cain, just give it some time. You know, you're gonna go to servant status. You know, you're gonna have your own land, but you are gonna constantly pay tribute. You're gonna constantly serve up under Yahweh Shemi Shai through us, man. Hey, and if you go off, you're gonna get it, man. Everything's gonna be according to the book. We're gonna do this thing by the book, man. So just to reiterate that, because I don't want you to think, oh, the 2/3 are gonna be completely done away with. No, man. No, man, you're gonna come back righteous. That's one beautiful thing that we learned in this truth, man. 2/3 of Israel are gonna come back as righteous people through the loins of the elect. All right, so it reads, Slakia. The things wherein there is no breath are bought for a most high price. So things without the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai in it, man. All the bullshit here upon the earth is highly exalted. You got an NFL player making $100 million. There's no breath in that. There's no life in that. Yet on the sidelines, they talk about Israel. Hey, man, and I'll say through the spirit that most of them guys that you see in the NFL, man, when you see like J.J. Watt, man, that was a weird smelling Edomite, man. But anyways, that was a weird smelling Edomite that just passed by on a bike, man. You damn devils, you smell, man. You stink. Alright, shit. But anyways, like you have a J.J. Watt, you know, what's his name? Edelman. Julian Edelman. You know, these other guys, man. A lot of those guys are jakes. Because you're not going to play at a high level of fluency. Man, Esau's a pussy, man. So he's not going to sit here and continuously get hit. Now, of course, you got sprinkled in there. You got a couple of Edomites. You know, there's a good amount of them that are actually the children of Israel. And J.J. Watt is a jake, man. J.J. Watt is a jake, point blank. All right? That's why he got all upset when the elder apostle Tahar made the video about Tom Brady being an Israelite, man. You had people coming out the woodworks trying to come up against elder apostle who's been doing this for decades upon decades, man. You know, 40 years and whatnot, and you coming up against him. You got your fucking nerve, man. And that's Jake that's doing that. Okay? Anyways, back to the scriptures. It says, they are born upon shoulders, having no feet, whereby they declare unto men that they be nothing worth. They also that serve them are ashamed, for if they fall to the ground at any time, they cannot rise up again of themselves. Alright? So you need this damn devil. You need this devil, man. Right here it is, the Lord has broken us down, and he's also lifted us up, man. But we're saying that we need him. We need Yahweh Shemi Shai. Right? You say, oh, we don't need you devils. Die about these crackers. And you turn around and you serve these crackers, man. Gladly. Alright, now we go to our job, we fake it. We fake it like hell, man. Hey, we fake it as much as we can. Okay, we be smiling. Have a great day, sir, whole time, man. You in your head, you fucking devil. Hey, that's how it is, man. That's why the scriptures say to be as wise as a serpent and as harmless as a dove. That's why you came up against the elder apostles when they were talking about Yahweh Shai being the ultimate serpent, man. That is a high level of intelligence to be able to move through the earth without sinning, man. And he was in the flesh. You have to understand how, flawless victory, man. You have to understand how miraculous that was to be born of a man and a woman on earth and to be perfect from the time you are born up until the time you pass away, man. Alright? That's like a boxer being 200-0 and never getting punched in the face. Right? All knockouts. Every single fight he's been in, knockouts. Right? With not a blemish blemish on his face. He's never so much as ever been hit in the face. All right? It's beautiful. Okay? Anyways, it reads, Baruch 6:27, they also that serve them are ashamed, for if they fall to the ground at any time, they cannot rise up again of themselves. Neither if one set them upright, can they move of themselves. Neither if they be bowed down, can they make themselves straight. But they set gifts before them, as unto dead men. Yeah, man, so you get the amenities. Right? I'm a good Christian man. Right? Yeah, you get propped up in society. Oh look, he's a good man. Here it is. Hey man, if you worship the so-called white man, you are seen as a good man. Don't women say that? Oh, I want a good Christian man. No, she wants somebody who believes in so-called white supremacy. If you are in the modern day church right now, you are a white supremacist. You don't know that, but you are, man. You don't have to be quote unquote white to be a white supremacist. You have to understand that. Okay? You can be so-called Chinese and be a white supremacist. You believe that the so-called white man is supreme, which I don't know why you would put your bets on that horse, man. He is not a horse that you should bet on. Jake is the ultimate underdog story, and it's beautiful. Brakti al Bashim Yahushua, man. What he's done for us. Okay, it says, but they set gifts before them as unto dead men. Yeah, so you got these different rappers, entertainers. They set gifts before them. Here it is. You got somebody like Will Smith, millions of dollars, and they giving him free shoes. Why don't you give them free shoes to somebody who's in need, man? That's how ass backwards this society is. Okay? If you got a commercial with some homeless Jake trying to sell you some water, right? Ain't nobody gonna buy that water. But put Lil Uzi Vert on the water commercial, man. Put Odell Beckham Jr. in the water commercial. Then people gonna buy it. Alright, hey, and the reason for that is it's all about control. They control that person, and then that person is trying to control you. Slacker. Alright, and it reads, as for the things that are sacrificed unto them, their priests shall sell and abuse. In like manner their wives lay up part thereof in salt, but unto the poor and impotent they give nothing of it. Yeah, man. So y'all get some of the understanding, right? Some of you high-level people in church. And you got to remember that people that are in high places in society, they're also a part of the church, man. You got lawyers, doctors going to church, because you can't forget Roman Catholicism. You got doctors, professors. They go to mass, man, on Sunday. They wear their Sundays best. And they come up there and they talk about white supremacy. Little do they know that they're speaking on so-called white supremacy. Okay, and it reads, because when they say, oh, well, look at the blessings that we've received and all these things, they ain't talking about Jake in the ghetto. They ain't talking about Asher in the barrio. You know, they ain't talking about Manasseh, you know, in the hood. They ain't talking about Naphtali in the favelas. You know, they are speaking about them. They're speaking about how they have risen to the top. How they have really transcended being human, man. They have transcended that. They've gone, man, you would think that, hey, man, you think that the so-called white man don't even shit. He believes that he has transcended his own existence. Okay? You would think that he don't eat. He don't sleep. All right? You think that he's perfect. All right? Like he just does everything right. Okay? Anyways, that's why you're going to be looking to him. When all hell breaks loose, you're going to be looking towards the so-called white man. Because that's 2/3 of Israel's savior, man. The people that are on this side right here. Locked up. Thought it was a little dry. And it reads, minstrous women and women in childbed eat their sacrifices. Let me read that again. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 6 and verse 29. Minstrous women and women in childbed eat their sacrifices. By these things ye may know that they are not God, or they are no gods. Fear them not. Yeah, man. So these women, they're fucking poisonous. You teaching young jakes to exalt the woman. All these other, especially the so-called black women, man. Right? Oh man, the so-called black woman is fucking done. All right, you mistress women. All right, we're not a woman. We're not woman bashing. All right, all we're saying, all right, is that the number one teacher of wickedness to a young Jake, all right, is an older Jake woman. Right? Your granny is teaching your younger sister how to go out, get a good man, shop around, date, and they'll tell their granddaughter, oh, I married your grandfather when I was, 15. I wish I would have traveled the world. So she still want to be a hoe. Here it is, your granny, your great grandma. She 98, and she still want to travel the world and trick the streets, man. That's what we're dealing with here in society, man. We're dealing with you 2/3, which is a very high percentage of women, man. The number of women that are going to perish in the days to come is astronomical, right? And it reads, for how can they be called gods? Because women set meat before the gods of silver, gold, and wood. Yeah, man, so all your philosophies, right? And that bad bitch philosophy. You set that before the gold, before the silver, before the wood. Lord, please give me this house so I can stun on these niggas. There are women that speak like that, man. Right? Please give me a husband so I can stop sleeping around. But when she wants a husband, he has to have 8 figures. Yeah, he had to graduate from Harvard. These women want unconditional love, but they have nothing but conditions. That's why the Lord is destroying them, man. Hey, these women, they're not doing too good, man. It's in that high and noble and mighty spirit. It's is causing them to fall, man. We in that time. We're in the time of the downfall of our enemies. That's why it says in the scriptures that she shall be trodden down like a mire in the streets. You being stomped out, man. Hey, man, the so-called white man, he can rev his engine, do what he needs to do. Rev your engine, do whatever, man. This place is still done, and it's toast, man. And you women are toast. The spirit, hey, man, the spirit has me getting on the women. When you read these scriptures, man, it goes from point to point. The spirit is in this book, man. The spirit is in this book. Man, that's far out, okay? It says, the Ha-Rakah Kodash, the Holy Spirit. Rakah Kodash, Holy Spirit. Okay, it says, Slakia. It says, verse 31, and the priests sit in their temples, having their clothes rent, and their heads and beards shaven, and nothing upon their heads. Woo! So does that mean that they don't have a hat? Does that mean that they don't have a hat or a fucking Kango? No, man. That means that they have no covering. They are spiritually naked. Okay? But, you know, when it speaks about them, their heads and their beards being shaven, especially old Jake. Older Jake always shaves his face and shaves off his hair. If your hair is falling out, let that shit fall out. Throw on a one guard, okay? Go over your head and call it a day. Don't be shaving your damn head, man. You know? That's not necessary. Throw a one guard. If you got a big ass bald spot in the back of your head, take it one guard, go over your head. Don't line yourself up. Just go over your head and call it a day. Yeah. Jake want that Egypt look, man. Jake want that Egypt look. Now, I work with a Jake, man. I work with a Jake. He a cool Jake, man. He a cool Jake. And like once a week he shaves his face and he shaves his head, because you can tell that he has like a bald spot or whatever the case is. He shaves his head and he shaves his face. Now when he shaves his head and he shaves his face, when I look at him, I can see the spirit of Egypt, man. And it's actually kind of scary. It kind of scares you, like, man, you know, the Lord is showing you that. That's how we looked at Egypt, man. That's how they had us looking at Egypt. They shaved our face and they shaved our heads, man. Now there were certain Jakes that were allowed to have a beard and that were allowed to have the hair on their head, man. You know? And that's the thing, is that the more things you do in this society, the more goodies you're allowed to have. Like you notice in the NFL, a lot of them Jakes have beards. They have facial hair, you know. A lot of them soccer players have beards. All right, but if you go to the office, all right, you work at a Staples, which I don't even think Staples exists anymore. I was gonna say Circuit City, but Circuit City, I don't think Circuit City exists anymore. Shit. Office Depot, maybe. I don't even know if that exists anymore. Shit, man. You know, but hey, bro, I can think how about you got a shot. But so, you know, whatever sort of office, you know, sort of thing, Kinko's, which I don't know if that exists. They make you shave your face, shave your head, you know. And they don't necessarily make you shave your head, but a lot of times, you know, Jake got quote unquote nappy hair. So what does he do? He shaves all his hair off with a damn razor. He coming into when you think of an office Jake, you think of a baby face, no hair person, man, and that's like a baby. That's why they call it baby face. Well, a lot of babies are born with no hair. Shit, you know. Lord causes you to be a newborn in this truth. He don't cause you to shave your face and shave your hair off, man. That's not part of being reborn. You know. Hey, but back to what I was saying, man. When Jake shaves his face and his head, man, when I look at him, and like I say, he's a cool Jake. When I look at him, man, it's like Egypt. But, you know, days later, you know, he may go like 2 weeks. He may go like 2 weeks without shaving, right? And he looks great. He looks great. It's like you can see his beard starting to come back. You can see his hair starting to come back. You can see the bald spot. You can see his hair coming back. And you're like, oh man. Now he's starting to look normal. He's starting to look like a man. Then, you know, and you come back on your day off. You know, he shaved up. It's like, damn, man. Damn, and I in a roundabout way, I've already told him, hey, you look better. You look better with a beard. But you know, Jake don't take heed. You know? And that's one thing you gotta understand, man, is that They don't have an understanding of this truth like we've been blessed with. That's why you can't get high-minded and get proud, because you have to understand that we were in a lower state. You know, we were having this conversation at work, and he said, "Yeah, man, it's like a devil is on my it's like the devil is on my shoulders, and it's like a devil is on my shoulder and an angel is on my shoulder." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, that devil be on your left shoulder." And he was like, "Why does it have to be the left?" And I had to catch myself. I was like, "Oh shit," you know, because you at work, you have a lot of people around you and certain things, so a lot of times you got to kind of lower your vibration, man, which is part of being in this captivity. Because I wanted to tell him, that left hand goes into wickedness, right hand goes into righteousness. You know, but you can't be at work, you know, breaking down the scriptures. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter, you know. You have to use wisdom, man. Oh man, if we could do that, man, we'd be on break, just sitting there in the break room, just reading the Bible. Now, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you're not going off if you on your lunch break in the break room reading the Bible. But you know, it's best to maybe go on the Bible app on your phone or something like that. You know, you want to keep things low key, man. You don't want to be, you know, telling your coworker, you know, he an Israelite. Now, if the Spirit, you know, has that to happen, it's gonna happen. You know, but for the most part, man, you want to keep everything cool, man. You know. You know, hey, man. You know, first coming into this truth, you know, there was a guy I used to work with. I can't remember his name. All right, now. I can't remember his name, but he was an Ephraimite brother, man, and he was a cool dude. And I told him in a roundabout way that he was an Israelite, man. And he winded up like a month later. He winded up not working there. And you know, and I think back to that, you know, telling him that, you know, and we at first, you know, you kind of try people by their spirit, and he had a very man, he's Ephraim, man. Ephraim he's a Jake, man. He has a certain swag about him, you know. So, you know, we were having this conversation, man, and he was just speaking about, you know how they get about white people, man, so-called white people. He was speaking about them and these certain things. Yeah, you know, Ephraim, man. Ephraim loved committing adultery. You know, and Jake does too. Jake, Judah, at least, Salakia. You know, because Ephraim is Jake. But, you know, Judah loves committing adultery. But right behind Judah is definitely Ephraim, man. You know, he was dealing with this chick that we work with, you know, which I believe she had a man, you know. She had a toddler. She had a toddler, you know. So I believe, you know, she probably wasn't living with him, or whatever the case is. But eventually, he winded up getting fired over some bullshit, man. And you know, and you think about that, you know, he's somewhere in the world, and he may have attached to this truth, man. Who knows? You know, that gives you hope that the people that you come across in this life attached to this truth. But ultimately, it's up to Yahweh Shem Yahshai if that word is going to attach. Okay. So it reads as the book of Baruch, chapter 6, and verse 32. They roar and cry before their gods as men do at the feast when one is dead. Yeah, man. See, you know how that goes. Faking the funk. The priests also take off their garments and clothe their wives and children. Whether it be evil that one doeth unto them, or good, they are not able to recompense it. They can neither set up a king nor put him down. All right, so ultimately, you don't have no power, man. You are powerless. Even somebody like T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteen, you can't create legislation. You know, even going down to your regular everyday pastor. If a pastor goes to a city council meeting, look at the power he got. Especially Jake, right? Because for the most part, Jake is the one that's pushing the modern day church. And when it comes to these cardinals and these other things, of course, they're very deep into politics. We're talking about just the average pork chop eating pastor, you know, or one of these churches on the corner, man. Which where I live specifically, okay, here in country ass West Florida, right? There is a church everywhere you go. You could get in your car and drive down the street, take a left, take a right, and you're gonna find a church somewhere, man. You're gonna find a church on this corner, on the next corner. There's churches everywhere. Okay? Alright, and it reads, in like manner, they can neither give riches nor money, nor a man make a vow unto them, and keep it not, they will not require it. Yes, they don't have the power to give riches, to give money. Okay? Because they don't get, you know, this word is spiritual riches. It's spiritual money, so they don't have the power to do that. They're telling you, pray to Jesus Christ for a car. There's no breath in that. That ain't gonna do nothing for you. Right? They giving you old, non-existent coupons. You can't use that, man. Alright? Alright, to read Salakia. They can save no man from death, neither deliver the weak from the mighty. So, you know, you're going, during the time of this whole societal breakdown, you're going to have certain pastors come to the church, come into the church for shelter. Your ass going, man, that's going to be the last place you want to be. Like if you've ever watched The Purge, man, that's the last place you want to be is in a church. All right? And it reads, they cannot restore a blind man to his sight, nor help any man in his distress. Yeah, so even though they could pay for your water bill, and they could everybody put your hands on them, kneel in front of the cross. That ain't helping you. That's putting demons on you. All right. It says, yeah, hey man, when I was a little boy, man, I had to be maybe 6 years old, man, and I lived in Alaska at the time, and I went to this church. That my mother was going to. And you know, to this day, man, it was a very scary experience because we went to this church and they turned the lights off. It was pitch black in the church. They turned the lights off, and all you heard was people screaming and calling on Jesus and speaking Babel. You know, they were speaking them fake tongues. They were speaking Babel, and I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. All right, because they are conjuring up demons. They're actually literally conjuring up demons. I was so happy when they cut that light on, man. I was so happy because I'm like, man, that was some sketchy shit. And see, myself, I've never liked church. You know, when Jake was younger, you know, 9, 10 years old, you know, Jake had to go to church. You know, especially that, you know, down here in the South, you know, your grandma go to church, your mama go to church, you know, auntie go to church, everybody going to church, man. So what you gonna do? You just ain't gonna stay home. You're not grown, you know. And on the off chance that you were sick, you know, you had to stay your ass home and clean up, man. That's how Jake grew up. And once again, I'm in my late 20s now. You know, so and I I was born in the early 90s, man. I was some of the last of the early 90s babies. I barely fit the requirements to be an early 90s baby, man. I basically slid in there last minute. So we can remember how things were, you know. I'm just saying back then, not making mockery of you older elders and your older brothers, but my version of back then, we came up the way we came up. We were under subjection, man. We were completely under subjection. We were, especially in the house. You come up under a Jake grandmother. You come up under a Jake mother. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times your grandparents, your uncles, your fathers, pass away of health complications or certain things like that. Like the 12 tribes of Israel, the people that are on this sign, the men of the 12 tribes of Israel usually die very young, So you're stuck in the house being raised by women. You're stuck. You may have siblings. You may have you may have brothers or like a older cousin that's a man. But a lot of times, like when you go to these different stores, when you go out, you'll see a family of 8, and it'll just be a bunch of women, and you might have maybe 1 or 2 small infant boys, man, and that's a destroyed family. That's a completely destroyed family. That was the goal of the elite, man, was to completely destroy us, Because out of all those people, who is bringing forth a seed? You need a man. A man carries the seed, man. What the hell is a whole? It's a whole house with all women and a 5-year-old boy. What? That's a destroyed house. And you fucking devils did that, man. All right, it's Salakia, but that's the spirit. All right, you fucking devils did that, man. And you best believe, man. In the kingdom of heaven, you so-called male white men, you are not going to be able to even look at each other, man. We're going to keep you separate. Because when you get too many of them together, y'all going to be feeling yourselves, and y'all going to try to do like the old days, man, and sit around and shoot the shit. No, man, we're going to separate you, and we're going to keep you separate, man. All right, that pisses me off just thinking about it. So, Salakia, but you have completely destroyed the families, man. And that kid has no chance, man. He has no chance. He grows up around his grandmother, grows up around his mom. No chance, man. Unless the spirit is working with him. Once again, 2/3 of Israel is to be destroyed on this side. So mathematically speaking here, there is a very high chance that he's done. That's sad. And you pray for a small child's downfall. 3, 4 years old. He's gonna be a great basketball player. He's gonna be a football player. How come he can't be an architect? Right? How come he can't be the next Shakespeare, man? When Shakespeare was an Israelite. Shakespeare is back today, man. We don't know who he is, but Shakespeare is here on the earth today. Right? These little small Jake toddlers walking around, those are people from the past that are now through the 3rd or 4th generation have come back, man. All right? And it hurts my heart to see that. I see that a lot. Okay? You see a whole family. Hey, man, and where I live, now that's definitely. Where I live is very big on tourists. I live right next to the Gulf of Mexico. So you'll see Jake families, and there's no men. A whole damn van, man. A van filled with 20-something people, and it's only 3 men. Right? You may have a young Jake. He's like 13. 7-year-old Jake and a 3-year-old Jake. You might have a 17-year-old Jake up in there. But the 17-year-old Jake got dreads on this side, purple hair on the other. Either that or he's a mo. It's just destroyed, man. All right? to the end of this Baruch, and then through the Spirit, I'm going to end the video. All right, and so it reads, this is the book of Baruch, chapter 6, and verse 'Salakia. Bear with me. Verse 38, they can show no mercy to the widow, nor do good to the fatherless. Yeah, man. So you can't show no mercy. You can't help. All right, it says, they're gods of wood, and which are overlaid with gold and silver, are like the stones that be hewn out of the mountain. They that worship them shall be confounded. You're going to be confused if you worship right Jesus. All right, it says, how should a man then think and say that they are gods? You see, when it says laid with gold and silver, man, it's laid by the hands of Israel. See, the Eastern Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire, that was Jake. They really solidified that push of so-called white Jesus. That was a big thing for them, man. All right. Even now, your biggest pastors, you never know, man. Joel Osteen could be a Jake. You know, he's got that curly hair. You know, he could be a Jake, man. And they use Jake to push forward wickedness. They don't just use the other nations. They chiefly use Jake. Jake. That's why Jake is the biggest pusher of wickedness. Because he's been given that task, man. All right, and it reads, how should a man then think and say that they are gods, when even the Chaldeans themselves dishonor them, which are the modern day elite? Yeah, man. So you decide, even they dishonor the image, right? You think Jacob Rothschild is sitting there bowing down to the cross with a picture of white Jesus? Oh, no. He would never do that. He laughs at the thought of that. He literally chuckles at the thought of him praising Jesus Christ. Because he knows it's bullshit. Anyways, it says, who if they shall see one dumb that cannot speak, they bring him and entreat Bel that he may speak, as though he were able to understand. Yeah, so you try to bring in everybody. You bring in the other nations, right? You try to bring in you try to bring in everybody into a false understanding, all right? And let's get on you other camps, you other groups, man. You saying that the other nations can make it. Man, these other nations cannot make it into, man, no. You're not coming into the fold, man. You're not coming in. Okay, it says, Salakia, yet they cannot understand this themselves and leave them, for they have no knowledge. Yeah, man, so you have no understanding. All right, and I would have no understanding if the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai wasn't working with me as I perceive. This is just what I perceive. You know, the water Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kodash, yeah, for working with a lowly man such as me, man, who truly doesn't deserve it, yet has been given a chance, man. Okay, it's been given a second chance at life. You know what I mean? Certain brothers, man, when you slip, you got certain things happen, man. You know, yet you don't fall. It's only loud ass devils, man. No wonder you Edomites, you can't hear shit. You riding around in that all day. You can't hear nothing. Right? And it says, the women also with cords about them, sitting in the ways, burn brand for perfume. But if any of them, drawn by some that passeth by, lie with them, she reproacheth her fellow, that she was not thought as worthy as herself, nor her cord broken. Yeah, man. So that's what women are known for, man. Just tying everything and tying everybody up and being in the damn way, man. All right, it says, whatsoever is done among them is false. How may it then be thought or said that they are gods? They are made of carpenters and goldsmiths. They can be nothing else than the workmen will have them to be. Yeah, man, so you just a worker. You're not a boss, you're a worker. Like Jake like to say, I'm a boss. I'm a boss. There goes E again on a loud ass motorcycle. I'm a boss. You a worker. You right. Yes, I am a worker. I'm a boss. You a peon. Yeah, you right. You right. I'm a peon. I'm a worker. I'm all that. You know, we'll be that. We don't want to be a boss. Not here in this society. What does it mean to be a boss in this society? You know? We don't even want to be a boss in the kingdom. We want to be noble, upright men in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, and it reads, and they themselves that made them can never continue long. Yeah, so you people who have created these positions, your ass ain't gonna be here too long, you damn devils. Okay, it says, how should then the things that are made of them be gods? So all these things that are worshipped, right? For they left lies and reproaches to them that come after. Yeah, so even though the people died, right? The people of Esau, Edom, died, they come back. Every third and fourth generation, your ass coming back. Right? And your ideology, you know? That's why, you see, when you have this current government, that's why it is it's not any one man. That's how you know there's a whole nation of you damn devils, man. Okay, and it reads, for when there cometh any war or plague upon them, the priests consult with themselves where they may be hidden with them. Yeah, man. So you have your little round table discussions, your little, what do you call it? Brainstorm groups, think tanks. All right? And once again, I don't know what's wrong with these devils, man. They ass better get ready for slavery. That's what they better get ready for. They doing all this yelling and yee-hooing and yee-hawing. You know, they gonna be yelling like that, definitely in the kingdom. Alright, we are gonna be whipping you damn devils in your back all day and all night long. When we first get in the kingdom and got you damn devils in chains, I may not sleep for the first 10 years. That whip, just like Christopher Columbus, the real name Cristobal Colon. You know, he said he couldn't lay the sword down. Hey, in the kingdom, I'm not gonna be able to lay my whip down. You hear me? I might wake up from a nap with the whip still in my hand. Okay? This ain't gonna be no regular whip. This is gonna be a cat of 9 tails, a cat of 77 tails. Right? Oh, and Jake, you know. Man, you know Jake like to be stylish. So on each one of the tails, I'm gonna have a jagged gold piece here. I'm gonna have a diamond here. You know, I'm gonna have a piece of platinum right here. Just whipping your ass with it, man. Jake like variety. So that's to the spirit. Gonna have a beautiful bull whip. I'm gonna be able to stand back, you know. I'm gonna be able to stand back, 10 feet and just whip your ass, man. Right on your back. All right, right on your back. Hey, man, split your back right open. Crack. One whip just instantly done. Then you're gonna put the spirit, okay, back in you for you to get up and work again, man. Your ass die. Oh, you die. We'll put it right back in you. Get your ass up at work. That's how we gonna do you damn devils, man. All right, and it reads. Got your damn nerve. Here it is. Your society is crumbling. You over here yelling out your window and shit, man. That's how you know. That's how you know that these people, they are devils, man. Okay. Anywho, let's get me off of the scriptures. All right, Salakia, forgive me. It says. Verse 49, how then cannot men perceive that they be no gods, which can neither save themselves from war, nor from plague? Yeah, so you got millionaires getting the crown royal, right? You can't save yourself from war. You got billions, trillions of dollars, and you can't stop yourself from going into World War III. That's how you know this money is useless, right? All these different councils, your different legislation, it's useless. You still gonna go to war anyways, man. That's why it says the least of the flock shall draw them in. Them Amalekites, alright? It's gonna be warfare, man. It's just like America is starting shit. Okay? The state of Israel is starting shit. And they're owned by the same people. The chief house of Esau, Edom, Amalek. Right? And it reads, for seeing they be but of wood and overlaid with silver and gold, it shall be known hereafter that they are false. And it shall manifest. And so all of this you've done is going to be found out that your ass is false, man. You presented a false narrative. And it shall manifestly appear to all nations and kings that there are no gods but the works of men's hands. Yeah, so in the kingdom, everybody going to know that your ass is a fake and a phony. Okay? It says, and that there is no work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in them. Who then may not know that they are no gods? For neither can they set up a king in the land, nor give rain unto men. Neither can they judge their own cause, nor redress a wrong, being unable. For they are as crows between heaven and earth. Woo! Crow is an unclean animal. Whereupon, when fire falleth upon the house of gods and wood, woo! Yeah, fire is coming for you fucking devils, man. Alright? Let me read that again. Whereupon, when fire falleth upon the house of gods of wood, or laid over with gold or silver, their priests will flee away. It's going to be laid over, man. All right? The kingdom is going to be manifest through Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, sending his son, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and the 144,000 to lay you down. We're not laying you down for no Betty Bye time, man. We laying your ass down. You laying down, man, permanently. It says, their priests will flee away and escape, but they themselves shall be burned asunder like beams. So you're getting it too. Moreover, they cannot withstand any king or enemies. How can it then be thought or said that they be gods? Neither are those gods of wood and laid over with silver or gold, able to escape either from thieves or robbers. See, your little deep underground military bunkers, they're gonna be overtaken, right? By hey, man. 2/3 of the people that are on this side, they're gonna be man. They're gonna be crashing your shit in, okay? And it reads, all right, taking your wife, your kids, all right, and dashing them against stones. That's how it's gonna go down out here, man. Man, the rule of law is gonna be out of here. It's gonna be out of here. All these little laws, jaywalking, and oh man, I kiss all that goodbye, man. It's gonna be like the purge out here. It says, hey man, and we pray in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that he takes us up out of the way of that, man. It sets us in a righteous place. You know? keeps us out of the way. And if we do go through those things, you know, which I know personally, hey, I deserve that. So, you know, if I do go through these things, I pray that I'm of the elect, man. Okay? And it reads, whose gold and silver and garments wherewith they are clothed, they that are strong do take and go withal. Neither are they able to help themselves. Yeah, man, so you're not going to be able to help yourself. Therefore, it is better to be a king that showeth his power, or else a profitable vessel in an house, which the owner shall have use of, than such false gods. So yeah, we need to be, we need to be vessels of use, man. You can't have a pot with a damn hole in it or a crack in it. You need to be a perfectly functioning pot, a perfectly functioning vessel. Okay. Like a crack pot, you know, he's useless. He's a fucking idiot, right? All right, and it says, or to be a door in an house to keep such things safe as be therein than such false gods. Or a pit, so, you know, if you got a door that's locked, you need a key, man. Okay, and the key is this truth. It's the only way to open the door, man. It has to be given by the owner. How about Shemi Al-Shai? And it reads, you know, we have to keep his house tidy, man. Keep his house upright. You know, and we are brides to Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So we learn from, you know, what would be the equivalent of sister wives, man. You know, we learn from the wives that were before us, man. Teaching us, okay, this is how our Lord likes things prepared. This is how our Lord wants things to be when he gets home, man. You know? And it says, or a pillar of wood in a palace than such false gods. For sun, moon, and stars being bright and sent to do their offices are obedient. In like manner, the lightning, when it breaketh forth, is easy to be seen, and after the same manner, the wind bloweth in every country. So everything is done through the spirit power of Yahweh. Right? A drop from a cloud doesn't hit the ground unless the Lord sanctions it. Okay? It says, and when Yahweh commanded the clouds to go over the whole world, they do as they are bidden. Yeah, so when the Heavenly Father sends his angels, they're going to do exactly what he wants them to do. Okay? And the fire sent from above to consume hills and woods doeth as it is commanded. Yeah, so the missiles, man. That's part of the Lord's army. It says, but these are like unto them, neither in show nor power. Wherefore it is neither to be supposed, nor said that they are gods, seeing they are able neither to judge causes, nor to do good unto men. You know, so the only thing to worship is Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. It says, knowing therefore that there are no gods, fear them not, for they can neither curse nor bless kings. Neither can they show signs in the heavens among the heathen, nor shine as the sun, nor give light as the moon. The beasts are better than they, for they can get under a covert and help themselves. It is then by no means manifest unto us that they are gods. Therefore fear them not, for as a scarecrow in a garden of cucumbers keepeth nothing, so are their gods of wood, and laid over with silver and gold. Yeah, and if you think about it, you got the cross. The cross is like a damn scarecrow, man. It scares you into believing in that it's there, so you do it as it commands you. Just like you got crows, man. A crow may see a scarecrow at first. It might get scared. But shit, after a while, it looks, all right, he ain't moving. And then they come to the realization and it ain't real, man. Okay? That's why you got a lot of Edomites that are quote-unquote atheists. Even though they're false, they're thinking about white God, white Jesus. They're not thinking about a dark-skinned man, right, being Yahushua. Yet they know through the Spirit, right, they don't have the Spirit of Yahweh Shemashai, but they know in their wicked spirit. So let me go ahead and say that. They know through their wicked spirit that there is no such thing as white Jesus, man. So you other Edomites, man, you continue to push that narrative and continue to push that lie, and you know that it's not true. I'll at least, give props to you devils that'll say that there is no such thing as a white God. And it says, or that this current religious system is fake. Man, you got your own people coming up against you, E. That's how you know this place is done. All right, it says, for the scarecrow in a garden of cucumbers keepeth nothing, so are their gods of wood inlaid over with silver and gold. Likewise, their gods of wood inlaid over with silver and gold are like to a white horn in an orchard that every bird sitteth upon, as also to a dead body that is cast into the dark. Damn. It says, ye shall know them to be no gods by the bright purple that rideth upon them. Woo! Damn. Right? Like a rotten, dark, dead body. Alright? You purple, alright? You're dead. Okay? Like a really old dead body is like a purple, blackish color, man. Alright? It says, and they themselves afterward shall be eaten, and shall be a reproach in the country. Woo! Damn! You're done, man. You're done. Alright? Because, hey, a lot of you, elite, you're going to get caught up in this coming warfare. Race wars, gender wars, class wars, World War III. Right? Wars over food, water, resources. Better therefore is the just man that hath none idols, for he shall be far from reproach. Yes, we don't have no idols, man. Oh, y'all idolize y'all's teachers. No, we learn from our teachers, man. We're not sitting here. This is the book of Elder Apostle Tahar chapter. It's fucking ridiculous. You don't see us with a big ass shrine, bowing down to our elders or something. No, man. These are fellow servants. They'll tell you that. We're nobody to be reverenced, man. We eat, we shit just like you. When we were at our jobs, the manager was cussing at us and talking shit too. Okay, we gotta go and wait in line too. You don't think you don't truly think that Elder Apostle Tahar would go to the store and be like, yeah, I need to be first in line. Oh yeah, I'm an elder apostle. No, man. He wait in line just like everybody else, man. You don't think he gonna go to a place, get his oil changed, and say, yeah, I need my oil change first. I'm a man of the Lord. Oh man, he gonna wait.